Hello, beautiful soul, and welcome to the Little Reader's house. I'm the Little Reader, and you are in my house. Welcome, get cozy, get comfy. This is a safe space for you where you can let it all go, release the attachments to the form, to the mental realm, and dive right in with me to the realm of heart while we channel spirit and we tune into whatever messages want to come through for the collective, for the individuals who are watching. Today I have a special guest, and I do have thoughts about whether or not this is going to go against the rules of engagement on YouTube, but we've got a very saucy silhouette here. Agate crystal. I wonder what the crystal was thinking to itself when it got carved into this shape. But in any case, it's here. It's our guide for today's channeling session. So let's see what comes through. Ooh, this is interesting. All right, here we go. Get yourself some hot tea or a cold beverage if it's toasty where you are, darling. I'm going to set down the silhouette of love so that I can talk with my hands. So what comes through is the following. When expectation meets reality. I will tell you I have no idea what that means, so let's go in further. What do you mean, Spirit? When expectation meets reality. Interesting. There's a movie, as there often is, called 500 Days of Summer. If I recall correctly, it stars Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Zooey Deschanel. And in the narrative spun by this film, it is a romantic story. Sort of. No spoilers here, but there is a particular segment during the film in which the actor of Joseph Gordon-Levitt, well, he is the actor, his character that he's playing, whose name I believe is Tom, is creating an expectation in his mind about how events are going to go down when he sees another character later. And when it all begins to unfold, the movie shows expectation juxtapositioned against reality on a split screen format, so you can see what he was imagining happening and then what actually was happening. And needless to say, two vastly different happenings. Interestingly, this is counterintuitive to what Spirit is sharing today. Spirit says that our mind is split. There is information contradictory in the realm of mind that says what you believe is the outcome that you get. So this is one segment of the population is adhering to this belief. Yes, your expectations do create your reality. And then the other segment of the population believes, no, they don't. And in fact, it's often delusional to even have an expectation. Instead, you should just let reality unfold however reality is going to unfold. And that's what being a realist is, knowing that you can't superimpose your perspective on top of it. And Spirit is saying, let's throw both of these ideas away. First of all, if you've been bopping along here lately, you know Spirit's take on beliefs, and you know Spirit's take on attaching to ideas and thoughts in the mental realm, half forms as they were. So Spirit's asking once again that we take these notions about expectation and reality, however we believe that they are or aren't related, and just throw them both away. Take the scene from 500 Days of Summer. Expectation juxtaposed against reality. They're 180-degree oppositional. Throw that away too. Spirit says there's an enormously valuable function in expectation, and we miss it. And the role of expectation isn't meant to predict the future, although according to Spirit, it very much can. But Spirit says don't use it for this purpose, expectation. Instead, look at your expectations. Look at what you're expecting. And understand that that is an offering from Spirit to you in the present moment. Let's get an example in here. Suppose that you're going to an event this evening. Can I come? And you are expecting that it's going to be a really good time, that you might interact with a certain person or people. You may have the opportunity to tell a story you've been wanting to tell. Your expectations are primed, and they're primed in the positive. Spirit's asking that we separate the expectation from the future event, and instead take the expectation and allow it to wash over you in the present moment. If you're expecting to feel good at an event tonight, to be able to tell your story, to be able to have some nice conversation, according to Spirit, this is not a linear timeline foreshadowing. The feeling that you're getting is present. It's now. It's here. It's current. So don't wait. In this exact example, Spirit asks that you sit down and you remove all the assigned symbols that you're feeling. So, you're anticipating you're going to feel good because you're going somewhere tonight. Remove tonight. You're anticipating that you're going to feel good because you're going to have a conversation with a person you have a good rapport with. Remove that person. You're anticipating you're going to be able to tell a story that's meaningful to you. Remove the story. What do you have left when you strip it all away? You still have a feeling. And that feeling is telling you something, Spirit is saying. Spirit wants us to rename expectation and to remove from expectation the element of anticipation. I hope to feel this way. Because what Spirit says we're actually doing is we're getting a now moment sensation, feeling that we can't explain. And because we can't attribute it to anything, like, why do I feel good right now? Oh, it must be because I'm going to have a good experience later. Or conversely, in the terms of anxiety, why do I feel bad right now? Oh, it's because I'm going to have a bad experience later. Of course, anxiety. Spirit's saying, let's strip away the attributions. This is not an anticipatory feeling. Instead, Spirit is giving us the gift of feeling into something without the need to explain it, without the need to attribute it to our expectations, whether we expect to be pleased or not pleased, whether we expect to see someone or not see someone, even if we haven't assigned an emotion to the expectation yet. Like, we're completely neutral. We're saying, I'm going to watch a sports game. I don't expect anything. I don't expect anyone to win. I just know that I'm going there. I'm going to do this thing. Take that feeling of neutrality, the curiosity or lack thereof, strip away the symbol of the event that's to come, and just sit with what's left, Spirit's saying. Sit with what remains. And instead of calling it an expectation, call it a celebration. Remove the anticipation. It's getting real rhymey in here. And sit with what remains. Because the feeling is now. It doesn't need to wait for later. It's coming up now. There's no need to explain why. Feel it now. Feel the expectation now. It's telling you something. You don't have to decode the message. Well, why am I feeling anxiety? Well, why am I feeling excitement? Well, why am I feeling foreboding? Why am I feeling tingly and nervous? Sit with it now. Spirit says if you can do that, irrespective of how the mind judges the feeling to be, it's anxiety. Well, that's bad. That means you're going to have a bad time later. Or it's butterflies in the tum-tum. That's good. That means you're going to have a good time later. Irrespective of how the mind is judging the sensation that's arising, whether it's in the stomach, in the chest, full body, Spirit asks that we sit with the expectation. Because it's an entire experience in and of itself. And once we've processed whatever's arising, we unlock something. We unlock the opportunity to experience the event. Wherever we're going, whatever we're doing in that future. Supposing we get there, by being present with the expectation and with the feeling or lack of feeling that it holds before we get there, if we get there, we unlock the opportunity for a miracle. We unlock the opportunity to be more deeply seated in the present moment. More deeply embodied in the form, more deeply awake in the witness, more deeply in bliss in the heart. You see, sweet soul, all emotions come as a messenger. And if we can take a moment to unlink them from the symbolic thoughts and just be with the emotion without judgment. Not only do we honor the messenger, but we create massive space for a miracle to occur in our hearts and in our external reality. So Spirit says, if you want miracles, beautiful soul, if that's something you're into, it's not everyone's jam. That's fine. That's okay. Spirit's not mad at it. Spirit will hold all the miracles for when you're ready. But if you want a miracle, process the expectations in the now. Make room for Spirit to blow you away. And for your mind to have the privilege of being open to new thoughts that it's never channeled in before. A shift in reality, a breaking of patterns, the introduction of new light. This is the offering. So that is where we're leaving it today, beautiful soul. Thank you so much for being here. It's been an honor to chat with Spirit and you. Spirit and Spirit. Spirit and Spirit and Spirit. All in the same place. That in itself is a miracle. And I look forward to seeing you for tomorrow's transmission, if I should be so lucky. Until then, I'm sending you all the love I've got. More love. Never less. Because you are so very worthy of it. Bye for now. It's just like, one more look at this. It's radical, right?